version of my ramp tutorial. I was away over the weekend and they updated the game twice, and it looks like my old tutorial's not quite working the way that it was supposed to be, so I'm just gonna put up a little update. Oof, it's raining. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just go over to Sally's workshop. And you're gonna need a little bit of wood in your inventory. I believe you'll need two wooden logs for this. You're going to come to the design table, and you're going to design new from a blueprint, and you're going to select the small bridge blueprint. Now, if you don't already have this blueprint, you can buy it from Sally right here for 100 gold or dollars or whatever the in-game currency is called right now. So you'll need to have small bridge unlocked in order to build this ramp. When you have that blueprint and you have some wooden logs, you're going to come to the design table, craft new from blueprint, select small bridge, and this is what you're going to be presented with. Now, I want you to pay special attention to the arrow. You want this arrow here, and you want it to be pointing left for this to work. I'm sure there's other ways to build a ramp, but this is what works for me. So you will want this little arrow here, pointing left. Now, I'm going to add stuff. I'm going to add this little log here. Put him flush with the ground so it doesn't look weird. I'm just going to resize this guy. I'd like it to be a little smaller. It's just kind of more of an anchor point to fulfill some length requirements for the structure. And there's another reason as well, but we're not going to get into that quite yet. So, we're going to drop that little piece, this guy here. We're going to take a plank and we're going to set it down. Rotate it. And then I'm going to resize this plank to being just a bit over 3 squares. Okay? So just a little bit, like a quarter over 3 squares. About there. Actually, it could be just a little bit smaller. There we go. Alright? You can make it a little wider if you want. Now, we're going to rotate it. Just like this. Move it up. Make sure the bottom is flush with the ground. Okay? Check your guide. That's this button here. Check your guide. And you actually want it to just come just above the second level. So if you're it's really hard to see. I hope they changed the color of the design. But you want it just over this second level. And I'm going to adjust it by rotating it a little bit. And bringing it down. Making sure the bottom is flush. Now, obviously you can see that the design has problems, it says. So how I can fix that is I can actually just move this along a little bit. Just like this. See how it lines up there? It's about a third or a quarter of the way through this square here. And this is how it's going to line up. Alright. So we will save this. We'll rename it new tutorial ramp. save that. It'll go into our backpack. Now let's go check it out. Not very good weather for this, but, you know, we can't always pick the perfect weather to put down a ramp. So here's our new tutorial ramp. Now, we're going to use shift to turn it and set it down. And there you go. This is how the new ramp will work. Now, there are some... The reason that I put this anchor down is not only to fulfill the length requirements, it's also to make it easier to pick up. I find that the ramp is actually harder to pick up if you don't have this down. I don't know why that is. If you're here, you can't always pick the ramp up. I don't know why, so just make sure you've got an anchor point down. And make sure that your ramp is flush with the ledge here. If you have clipping, you might have some problems going up and down your ramp. Alright, so there you have it. The new ramp tutorial. This is Jinxie, signing out.